Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to continue automating the test cases of the login functionality. So let's continue from the second test case here. In the last session, I have automated the first test case of the login functionality. Now I'm going to start with the second test case. Okay. So let's first understand what the test case is all about. Verify logging into the application using invalid credentials. That is invalid email address and invalid password. Both invalid email and invalid password we are going to provide here. For that, we need to open the application URL in any supported browser. Then I need to click on My Account drop menu, then click on the login option. And then I need to enter invalid email address into the email address field, enter invalid password into the password field, and then we have to click on the login button. And on clicking on the login button, we should get this warning message saying that warning, no match for email address and or password should be displayed. Okay. So this is what we need to automate. Okay. So fine. So what exactly I'm going to do here is I'm just going to this particular project. Let's close all these files. And here in the login.java, I'll create another test method that is public void verify login with invalid credentials. Okay. That means both invalid email and invalid password. Okay. Here I'll write at the rate test annotation and say priority is equal to 2. Okay. Priority is equal to, and here I'll write down that after I have navigated to the login page, okay, after I have navigated to the login page, till here it is already automated. I need to enter invalid email address into the email field. To enter the invalid email into the email address field, so I have to say login page dot enter email. Here I need to provide an invalid email address, okay. Here I need to provide some invalid email address and what is that invalid email address I need to provide. So you see, randomly I want to pick some invalid email address because every time if I give the same invalid email address and the account may get you'll get a different warning message if you run the script multiple times, right? You may get a different warning message. Okay, so for you to get the same warning message whenever you are trying this particular thing, you try to do that with different invalid email credentials. Okay, instead of using a single email and single password, here use a different one. Okay, use a different one. So, or we can do one thing, guys. Okay, every time you try to log in with invalid credentials, right? Invalid credentials, you try to use something like this: common utils dot generate. For this, anyhow, the account doesn't exist. Okay, for this particular thing, account doesn't exist, so it definitely is going to be invalid anyhow. Okay, login page dot enter password, and here while entering the password, you just give some invalid password. So I'll go to the properties file here and see whether we have an invalid password here. Valid password, invalid email 1, email 2, email 3, email 4, invalid. I don't have any invalid password here. Copy this and just write down here invalid. Invalid password is equal to uh, 67890 is the invalid password. Let's say copy this for which account doesn't exist. Copy this and go here and simply write down prop dot get property and give the invalid password related property name and simply say once that is done, guys, once you enter the email address password, we need to click on the login button. For that, I'll simply say login page dot click on login button. Once I click on the login button, it should return you the account page, which should not get, you see here, if you go to the application and if you go to the login page, if you navigate to the login page, here, if you navigate to the login page and then, if you enter some invalid credentials here and give some invalid password also, click on the login button. What will happen, guys? You'll get a warning message. You'll not get logged in. Rather, you'll get this warning message. Okay. So how to verify that this proper warning message is coming or not? Okay. So we need to assert that. Okay. String. Here I'll write down string expected warning is equal to what is the expected warning message that we need to get. Here in the test cases, as per the client requirements, the warning message, no match for email address and or password should be displayed for us. Okay. Copy all this part and just paste it here. no match for invalid email address and our password string. And then here write down assert dot assert equals, you write assert equals, and here write down expected warning, and here write down driver dot find element by dot driver dot find element by dot and do something here to get this warning message. Inspect this warning message and simply say inspect this warning message and simply say class in between the class we have this particular thing. Copy this and simply write down control of double forward slash div at the rate class is equal to give that class locator, and this has some warning message. Copy this XPath expression and simply here we should not give that XPath expression here. Should not be writing driver dot find by here. Rather, what is the page on which you are getting that? On the login page you are getting. So go to the login page here. Go to the login page, guys. Login page. In that, create a web element here. Private web element warning message. Warning message. Okay. Like this, you write and say at the rate find by XPath is equal to give that XPath expression. And here write down a method public string get warning message. Okay, get warning message, and here simply say warning message dot get text. Okay, press semicolon and say return. That's it, return. And we are done with the method. Go back here and go to the login.java and here write down login page dot get warning message. Okay, if it matches with expected warning message, the test will pass, otherwise the test will fail. So this is the second test case, guys, that we have automated successfully here. Whether it is working fine or not, let's run and see. No matter how many times you run, every time a brand new email address will be given. So which is invalid brand new email address, non-existing account email address will be given. Save this and run the test here once. Run the second test once to see whether the test is passing or failing. The test got passed. Okay, let me run it again for second time. No matter how many times you run, the script is going to run fine, guys. Okay, without any problem, because every time a brand new invalid email address will be given and invalid password will be given, for which the test will keep passing. Now let's move on to the third test case. Verify logging into the application using invalid email address and valid password, which is almost similar to this one, guys. Okay, it's almost similar to this one, but valid password is something. I'll just copy paste otherwise. Okay, I'll just copy paste here. If the test case is almost similar, right, we can copy paste. Okay, I just copy paste this particular test method. Verify login with, or the test case is all about invalid email and valid password. Okay, so here with invalid email and valid password, like this I'll write and remove this credentials part, and here write down every time invalid email address, but here valid password I need to give. Okay, valid password. Okay, invalid email address and valid password. Click on login button and you should get the same warning message here also, and we have to verify that we should get the same warning message here also. Click on login button, warning message with the text warning, no match for email address part should be displayed. Yeah, this is fine. Run this test to see whether it is working fine or not. Yeah, it's getting working fine, guys. Okay, let's go to the login.java and go to the fourth test case now. Let's automate the fourth one. Verify logging into the application using valid email address and invalid password. Okay, verify logging into the application using this time valid email address and invalid password. So every time we have to give a different valid email address, because every time with a valid email address and if you give a invalid password, right? After a few attempts, account may get locked. Okay. The same email address, if you are trying with invalid password multiple times, this particular account may get locked and just will get a different warning message instead. Okay, so how to give an valid email address and invalid password, different invalid password every time. So here already, if you go to this properties file here, we have to give valid email and invalid passwords, guys. Okay, so existing email. Similarly, we have to get different existing emails, guys. Okay, so what I will do here is I'll just create a method, guys. Okay, I'll just try to create a method here, that is in the common utils. I'll create a method here. Okay, public string uh, valid email generator, valid email randomize generator, like this. Okay, it will contain a lot of valid email address, but when you call this particular method, which valid email address will be taken into consideration, we don't know. So it will be random so that it will reduce the possibility of the test to fail. Okay. So valid here, fine. So return some double quotes, put a semicolon here, error will not come here. And here I'll create an array. I'll create an here if you go to ChatGPT, you can get the logic is how to, randomize, how to return a random text from a group of items. Okay, how to from a group of text items of a of an array in Java. Let's see if there is a method. We'll see that. So here we have an array. This is what I was expecting, random text from array. Here multiple words are there. Int random, thread local random dot current next int. Okay, string random text of random index. We have to get a random index here. Okay, thread local random dot current dot next int of text dot length. Okay, so what is the text dot length mean? The size of the array. Okay, uh, is there any simplest version? Is there any simplest version of this code? There is a simplest version of this code. New random dot next int of text dot length. Okay. Yeah, we'll see this one. Okay, so we'll create, first of all, we'll create a string array, guys. It will be easy if you create string array. And here, shortcut representation of the array you give. And here you give all the different email address, which are valid email address. Okay, just keep giving them. So whatever the possible in valid email address are there, you will try to give that. For example, here, if I go to the application here, one of the valid email address here is, just refresh here and continue. And I'll just go to this page, register page, login page. And here, I'll just double click and give amotory cap1 is a valid email address. One, and that I'll give it here. The next one is amotory cap2 at the rate gmail.com. Copy this and, paste it here. And next one, what is the next one here? Okay, go to the application and give a motori cap 3. So we can check it out. Okay, if they have if they are able to log in, means we are good to go. Okay, it is a valid email address. Let's confirm whether it is a valid email address or not every time. Okay, amotori cap 1 1 2 3 4 5 as a password. I'm able to log in. Yes. Then I'll log in a motor recap to 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, all these three email address so far we given are, you know, valid only. Okay, go here and give that a motor recap 3 also. What about cap 4? Let's try cap 4 also. If there is a particular email with existing email address, which is a valid email address, okay, if it is there or not, we are verifying. Then 1 2 3 4 5 login. Yeah, cap 4 is also there. Then I'll give cap 5, copy this, log out, then login, give that, simply say login, yes, logged in, any more we have, valid emails, valid emails, okay, we'll say, SQ, control shift here, yeah, When you say Control Shift F, automatically came here. That's okay. So that we can see everything here. Comma. Let's try with 6. See whether it's a valid existing email address or not. Log out, log in, log out, log in. Give that 6. Copy this and give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Log in. Yes, that's also there. No matter how many you give, that's good. More the number you give, more the possibility you have. Okay. Then comma, copy this, paste it here, and then give 7. Copy this email address of the seventh one. Copy the seventh one. Go back here. Right click, log out, log in, give that. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Log in. Able to log in. Control Shift F. Yes. Comma. Copy this. Give double quote. And then say 8. Copy this part. Log out. Then log in. Give the eighth one and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Log in. Yeah, that's also fine. We'll give as many number of possible guys. Let's say up to 10 is fine. Okay, not more than 10. That's okay. 9. I'll try with this. Yes, 9 is there. Okay, whatever it is possible, I'll give. Otherwise, I'll try till 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Login. No, we don't have. Up to 8 is fine then. Okay. Yeah, 8 is also fine, guys. Okay, so here I have to randomize and pick one of the email address from this, this array. Okay, so how to randomize that? Already we have found the solution in the chat GPT, how to randomize and all those stuff. Okay, here, what was the solution we got, guys? Three, new random dot next int of text dot length. That is array dot length. Okay, so we can say random is equal to new random. Create an object for the random class in Java, and here write down random dot next int of valid emails dot length. Okay, how many elements? Totally 8 are there, right? So this length will be 8. Next int of 8, 0 to 7 it will generate, and hover the mouse to return some integer value. Okay, that integer value int index, I'll say int index, and here I'll say valid emails hyphen index. Okay, like this we have to return. We don't know which email address will be picked up, but here I'll make this a static method so that I can call it directly with the help of common utils class. Common utils dot valid email address randomize generator. Okay, go here and simply whenever you have to enter a valid email address here, to copy this method, paste this, and name this as 4. Here valid email with valid email and invalid password. Invalid invalid password. Okay, verify login with valid email and invalid password. Okay, then here every time we have to enter some random valid email, common existing email, common utils dot generate generate. Okay, valid email randomized generator or something. Okay, so this will return you the some valid email address here. Okay, it will be entered, and every time I need to give an invalid password. I'll copy this one and paste it here. Then we need to click on the login button, and see, again we'll get the same warning message. So run the script to see what is happening. Fourth test we are running. Just focus on the email field, what type of random valid email it's taking. You see 3 it has taken this time. Now next time if I run, is 3 is only taken or some other random email address is being taken. Let's see. This time again 3. Then run this. This time, which email address is being created? Let's see. 2. This time, do you see it's got randomized now? I'll run it again. This time, This is 5. You see, it's got randomized properly. Okay, that's it. It's working fine. Just go to the login.java and fourth test case is also completed, guys. Now we'll move on to the fifth one. Verify login into the application without providing any credentials. Okay, without providing any credentials. That means we should not enter any credentials here and verify that. Copy this, paste it here. It's very simple. Verify login without credentials. Without credentials. Just we need to here without credentials with we should not enter any email. Even don't have to write this. Okay. You don't have even have to write this. Okay. Directly click on the login button means without entering email address and password, you're trying to click on the login button and warning no. What will happen, guys, when you try to log in without entering this? Same warning message should come as per the expected results. You should get warning no match for email and password should come here. As you can see, this particular thing, fifth test case, warning message, warning no match for email and or password should be displayed is coming here. Should not enter anything into the email address. Don't enter anything into the password field and should work fine. Okay. So priority is equal to 5 and we are not entering any email password and clicking on the login button. Click on the run button and see what is happening. You see, it's getting passed. Great so far. Close all. And here go to the login.java and 5 test cases we have successfully automated, guys. Now sixth one, let's go to the sixth test case. Verify forgotten password link is available in the login page and is working. Okay. Let's verify whether forgotten password link is available on the login page and is working also. How to verify that this forgotten password link should be available on the login page is something we are checking. Copy this and paste it here and simply say it's very simple test case. Sixth one, verify, verify forgotten password link on login page. Like this, you write a method. Then here, we don't have to verify anything here. We just have to go to that page. Already we went there and we have to see whether this link is element is available on the page or not forgotten. This looks like a link text. Copy this link text and here go to the login page. On the login page, it is there now. So create a web element here for private web element, forgotten, forgotten password link. And here write down at the rate find by link text is equal to give the link text locator, create a method here, public boolean, okay, is forgotten password link available, okay, is forgotten password link this, okay, is forgotten password link available on the page, okay, availability of forgotten password link and simply say forgotten password link dot is displayed, then simply say return, okay. Copy this particular method we need to call, save this, and first, what is the first thing that we have to verify here? After I click on, yeah, after I go to the login page, we should have that. Click on my account, click on the login option, and expect user should be taken to the login page. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, user should be taken to the login page, and forgotten password link should be displayed in the page. It's there. Okay. So once I click the login button, I should be taken to the user should be taken to the here. I'll write down assert true login page dot did we navigate to the login page is the first thing that we need to verify here. That is done. And forgotten password link should be displayed. Okay. Assert dot assert true assert true. Then login page date is availability of forgotten password link. Okay. Got displayed on the page or not. This is also done. Then after that, I need to click on the forgotten password link. For that, I have to go to the login page and here write down public void. Click on forgotten, password link and here write down forgotten password link dot click, and here that's it. I need to click on that. Then here I'll write down login page dot click on forgotten password link. Once I click on the forgotten password link, you should be taken to which page? Forgotten password page we have to be taken to, right? Here, let's see, forgotten password page. You see, if you manually click on this, you see, you are taken to which page? Forgotten password page. Is there any forgotten password page already there? Okay, so I'll simply say return new, forgotten forgotten password page. And pass the driver here, put a semicolon here, and forgotten password page, paste it here, save this, go back here to the login.java and see. So this should return the object reference of the forgotten password page. Forgotten password page is equal to, and declare this and take it to the global level. Copy this and take it to the global part here. Put a semicolon here, come down here, forgotten password page. What is the test case all about? Click on the forgotten password link. Did we click on the forgotten password link and we got the forgotten password page? And user should be taken to the once again when I click on the forgotten password link here, you should be taken which page? User should be taken to the forgotten password page. Okay. So here I'll write down assert true forgotten password page dot. Did we navigate to the forgotten password page or not? Okay, we are verifying that. If you are taken to the forgotten password page, we are good to go. That's it, guys. The script is done. Nothing more than this. Okay. The test case is completed. Run the script. 60 test case is complete. It's getting completed here. Let's run the test and see whether it is passing or failing. Yeah, it's passed. It's working fine. Now let's move on to the next one. That is seventh test case. Let's go to the seventh test case. Verify logging into the application using keyboard keys, tab and enter key. Okay. I think I'll explain this as part of the next session, guys. Okay. This one I'll take up in the next session. Okay. It's also simple, but we'll take that in the next session. Okay. Fine. Save this here. And so far we have automated 6 test cases out of the 23. We already automated the 6 test cases in this particular session, guys. Okay. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.